Hey gang, what's going on? So again, welcome to the College Football Express. We had a bunch of great games this week for week 1 of the season. It's going to be an exciting season to watch and see who does what. But before we get any further into the recap, if you could hit that like, subscribe, and bell icon buttons, that'd be greatly appreciated, extremely helpful. And it gives me great feedback on what you guys think of the content that I put out. So in week 1, we had a couple upsets and one upset, which was an unexpected blowout. And then we also had a bunch of expected blowouts. So let's get into it. So kicking things off, we had number 1, Georgia, facing off against UT Martin at home, where the Bulldogs are extremely dangerous. That crowd really gets behind their Bulldogs, and they really cheer them on. So it's a very tough place to play in the SEC, and a lot of teams struggle against Georgia in Georgia. So this game proved it. Georgia defeated UT Martin 48-7. In an expected blowout, with Georgia being the top ranked team in the country. As expected, they have been extremely dominant over the last few years, and they've really manhandled the SEC. In the next game, number 2 Michigan beat up on East Carolina at home in Ann Arbor with 100,000 screaming Wolverine fans. And they went on to win that game 30-3. So that's expected, especially since that is one of the toughest stadiums to play in college football. So it's going to be interesting to see how both Georgia and Michigan do this season, being that they're the top 2 teams and the top 2 big dogs in the college football world. So I'm excited to see how both play out. Both play extremely well at home and on the road. So I wouldn't be surprised if they held on to the 1 and 2 seeds. Coming in on the next game, number 3 ranked Ohio State was visiting Big Ten foe Indiana, where they beat them handily 23-3. That is an expected blowout, just because Indiana is not ranked, and Ohio State generally plays very good football, and they've got a very good football team over there. So that's not a surprise, and Ohio State takes game 1 of the season 23-3 over Indiana in Indiana. The number 4 seed, Alabama, at home, where they play extremely well, manhandled MTSU, and they manhandled them 56-7. Again, not a surprise. It's going to be interesting to see how they play out the rest of the season, and also with Ohio State, how they do for the rest of the season, especially since they are also on the decline with who they've lost in the draft and recruiting wise, and everything else that goes along with it. Not to say that they're not a good football team, because they are. So not a team to sleep on. But the next match, or the next game, happens to be the game I was looking most forward to, and that is number 8 Florida State out of the ACC versus the SEC's other powerhouse, number 5 ranked LSU. Now, with that being said, this game was most anticipated and most hyped up, and it lived up to the hype. 2 big powerhouses, one now just getting back on track, one who's been ranked the top defense in the country for quite a while. But number 8 Florida State upset number 5 LSU at home 45-24. So another blowout, but it was an upset. So a really fun game to watch, lived up to the hype. lived up to what everyone's expectations were. Actually, in my opinion, it surpassed it. Florida State's up and coming again. Mike Norvell, the head coach, has really done a great job with that program and has really turned that team around. So Florida State wins that game 45-24 in the upset over LSU. Coming in at the next game, number 6 USC at home routed Nevada 66-14. So the Wolfpack lose to USC. USC is going to be interesting to watch because they have had a tainted history with the whole Reggie Bush thing years ago, and it's going to be interesting to see how they do, and not just how they're perceived, but you know, how they can, you know, kind of fit into the college football season this year, and if they'll stay ranked or not, or they'll drop in rankings. So USC will be an interesting team to watch. The next game, number 7 Penn State at home took down West Virginia, and the Mountaineers lost 38-15 in this game on the road at a very tough Penn State stadium. So Penn State takes down West Virginia and an expected blowout. Not really a blowout, but a good beatdown. So Penn State does win. They're going to be a fun team to watch as well this year, even though it's going to be a tough road for them, being that they've got Ohio State and Michigan to deal with in the Big Ten. And the next game, tonight's game, between Clemson and Duke, number 9 ranked Clemson lost in a blowout upset 28-7 to Duke, who was unranked, and they were playing on the road in Duke, and they lose 28-7. My feeling is they are probably going to drop quite a bit in the rankings. So Clemson is also on the decline. They are not as good as they used to be. They still have a very tough football team. So that's a team to look out for as well going into the rest of this season. Moving on to the next game, number 10 Washington at home beat up on Boise State pretty good, 56-19. There's been speculation and rumors about what Washington's going to do, or they're going to play, but that will be in the next video that we make, or that I make. But this one is just a recap of week 1. Then we've got number 11 Texas, who is also very good, and a Big 12, excuse me, a Big 12 powerhouse. Number 11 ranked at number 11 in the country. Texas takes down Rice 37-10. So Texas is off to a great start, really showing their dominance and asserting themselves on the football field. Coming in at the next game, mind you, Texas was home, so that's also plays a factor. Number 12 Tennessee at home against Virginia routs them 49-13, and they also show why they are ranked and why they are gotten better and why they belong where they are. So Tennessee routs Virginia 49-13 at home. Next game, we've got Notre Dame coming, ranked number 13 Notre Dame playing against Navy at home, and they win 42-3. The next game is featuring number 14 Utah and unranked Florida out of the SEC, where Utah was at home and they defeated Florida 24-11. I would have expected a bit more of a blowout, not so much that close of a score, but a win is a win, so can't take that away from them. This next game was an absolute blowout. Just no way around it. ranked number 15 Oregon was at home against Portland State, and they completely steamrolled them 81-7 at home. So the Ducks moved to 1-0 on the season, and they have started off very, very strong. The next game is a shutout, and that is a game where number 16 ranked Kansas State takes down Southeastern Missouri 45-0. So a shutout in Kansas State land where Kansas State takes down SE Missouri. Moving on to the next game, where was a very close game, but a very good game. Primetime Deion Sanders brought his Colorado Buffaloes into number 17 ranked TCU's house. So the Horned Frogs played the Buffaloes and lost at home to Colorado 45-42. Another great game. Primetime Deion Sanders and his Colorado opening day coaching debut beats TCU, number 17 ranked TCU, that is, 45-42 at TCU. So congratulations to Colorado. They are off to an outstanding start already. We'll see where they are at the next week in rankings. And following that game, we have number 18 Oregon State playing unranked San Jose State on the road, and they win 42-17. Coming in next, we have number 19 and Big Ten powerhouse Wisconsin at home against Buffalo, where they win 38-17. The next game is a complete and utter blowout. Not surprised. It happened to be a shutout as well. Number 20 ranked Oklahoma defeats Arkansas State at home 73-0. Not surprised by this. It's a game I expected to be a blowout. So they proved their dominance in this game against Arkansas State. Coming in at number 21, North Carolina defeats South Carolina on the road in South Carolina 31-17. The next game is also a blowout, where number 22 Ole Miss at home takes down Mercer 73-7. And then at home, the Aggies of Texas A&M, number 23 Texas A&M that is, takes down New Mexico 52-10. And then a very surprising top 25 team, number 24 ranked Tulane, the Green Wave, take down South Alabama at home 37-17. And then rounding out week one's games for the top 25 is number 25 Iowa at home against Utah State, where Iowa defeated Utah State by 10 points, 24-14. Congratulations to all the teams who won, and great job on getting your seasons off on the right foot. I will have predictions for week 2 as well as updated rankings when they come out. Let me know in the comments section below what you guys think of this of week 1, and let me know what you guys are looking forward to this season. Until next time, guys, have a great rest of your day. Again, welcome to the College Football Express, and I will talk to you guys next time.